G'day battlers, and today we're jumping back in for some more Vortex Cup battles, this time using Incinerate, Talonflame in every single battle. So we're up against Bukk here, who's another bit of a Talonflame expert, so definitely excited to see some more back and forth play here. Now Talonflame's really interesting because Incinerate is just such a big move, like 5 turns is huge. We're going to let this first charge move come through and we have our first flame charge ready to go. And we actually overtapped there, so we threw an extra Incinerate that we didn't need to. The thing about Flame Charge is that it boosts your attack every time you use it, so if we threw that Flame Charge, that one Incinerate earlier, that Incinerate would have been boosted, so it would have done a little bit more damage, which, you know, might have been nice there, but hey, we shield up that next charge move from the Mandibuzz, and we get to this Flame Charge in time. I don't think this is going to quite take out the Mandibuzz, so we're going to need a couple more Incinerates to be able to take it out, and because Incinerate is such a long move, Mandibuzz is actually going to be able to sneak in one last charge move here. If we got that Flame Charge off on time before, we actually would have been able to take out Mandibuzz there and would have not had to burn that last shield. Now we're in the 0 to 2 shield scenario, and this is not where we want to be at all. And we just let him sneak through an entire Incinerate there while we were throwing this Flame Charge, which is not great. We do get one shield from Bukk in case it was a Brave Bird there, which is great. Throw another Flame Charge here, and we get another Incinerate coming through. Really poor timing on clicking the charge moves on my end here. A bit of a Talonflame noob, you could say. Now, we've burned both of Bukk's shields now, but he has a lot of energy ready to go there. It's like 2 full Incinerates worth of free energy on top of the other stuff. Lands the Brave Bird, which does so much damage. At this point, we're going, oh man, this is not where we want to be. He swaps into Diggsby, and at this point, we're like, okay, we have Primate here. Counter is going to be doing super effective damage here, but unfortunately, just before we got that close combat off, Diggsby does get to that Earthquake to take out Primate, and then Zweilous is just way too low there after eating that Brave Bird, and that is GG's on game 1. Going into game 2 now, though, we have a much better lead with Frostlass up against Mandibuzz. Mandibuzz is still a little bit rough for Frostlass because it has that super effective Foul Play, which can definitely do a bit of hurt to us, but at least we're doing super effective avalanche damage back, and these avalanches do come off pretty quick. So we get the first shield off of Bukk there, which is pretty great, and we've brought in double fire, so we swap into our first fire Ninetales just to try and soak up some of the damage from this Mandibuzz, soak up its energy, so we can keep Frostlass around for later, because I just had a feeling that Frostlass might be a little bit useful when there's a few more shields down. So Ninetales vs Diggsby is a bit of a rough spot now, because these Weather Balls are not going to be doing much to Diggsby at all. Diggsby can comfortably take us out if we're just throwing Weather Balls, and yeah, that's pretty much all we're going to do here, because we were a little bit worried that we'd charge up all this energy and then get taken out. We really just wanted to bring Diggsby as low as possible, because both Frostlass and Talonflame are not like Diggsby's biggest counter, so we're kind of like, yeah, we need some help here. So we decided to let the Earthquake come through and take out Ninetales, so we keep the 2 shield advantage, bring in Talonflame here. Whether this is a Fire Punch or an Earthquake, it won't matter too much to Talonflame. Is the Earthquake and takes out almost half of Talonflame's health. So at this point I was like, oh, I really don't want to get hit by another one, and I think if I do that last Talonflame, there's the chance that we might get hit by another charge move. So we threw the Flame Charge, took it out, and in comes that Mandibuzz, and we are back in this Talonflame versus Mandibuzz matchup now. At this point, we have 2 shields still, with 1 shield on Bukk's side, so we're like, hey, may as well use 1, and unfortunately, because we are not an Incinerate legend, we do not know the counts, we do not know how to play it pretty clean. We had to let another charge move come through there, which is pretty rough, but now going for the Brave Bird, trying to take out this Mandibuzz before it can get another one off, and it does go through, which is fantastic for us. In comes that Talonflame, and we decide to swap out, keep the energy for later on, and try and get this Avalanche off onto Talonflame. Unfortunately, we were just a little bit too slow on the swap, and we weren't able to get it off before the Flame Charge comes through. If we got that off, that could have been a pretty huge game changer. It could have taken off Talonflame's last shield there, and then we would have been able to go for the Brave Bird to really hit that Talonflame hard, but that is just not how it played out. We tried to go for the bait there with Flame Charge, and it did not work out. Bukk can just smell a Talonflame bait from a mile away. Go for another Flame Charge here, but he does still have a shield, so he's going to be able to shield this one up, and then it is going to be GG's once that Incinerate comes through. And going in for the third battle now, I've got Lapras up against Mandibuzz. At this point, I was kind of like, okay, maybe he's running the same line of 3 every time, in which case Lapras is definitely going to be doing pretty well here. Definitely doing a lot of damage to this Mandibuzz, and Mandibuzz is not going to be able to do too much in return. Charge moves are not going to be huge here. First one is a Foul Play, which, you know, yeah, as you can see, doesn't do much. We're actually going to go for the Skull Bash here, because we're like, hey, this will do a lot of damage to that Mandibuzz for 1, but we'll also buff up the defense of our Lapras. and it does go through, which is huge there. It basically means that we're a tank and we would be able to fast move down, no shields required. I was actually distracted by a message on Discord from Bukk there. He was a bit scared that this Lapras appears, and he successfully distracted me, and I accidentally hit the shield, so we'll see how this battle does end up playing out now. Foul play does come through, and yeah, not doing much damage at all because of that Skull Bash defense boost. And in comes that Talonflame, so it might have been beneficial that we burned a shield actually, because it meant that we stayed alive long enough that we can get this Surf off and potentially get another one, which will do a lot of damage to Talonflame with its fire typing and not being a very bulky Pokemon. So second Surf going through, looking pretty good here. We do get both shields, so now we have the 1-0 shield advantage. Talonflame has a lot of energy there though, so we have to be a little bit careful. We decided to bring in the Talonflame and then instant swap into Dragonair. Not really sure what I was trying to catch there, because I thought it was probably, he would probably just go straight for the charge move, with Incinerate being a bit of a pain anyway, and that's exactly what happened. It does get resisted by Dragonair, which is like pretty good, but Brave Bird comes through now and does just annihilate that Dragonair. Swaps out to clear the defense debuff, and in comes that Diggersby. Definitely in a bit of trouble now, because I now have to take out Diggersby and that Talonflame with our Talonflame of our own. So we decided to go for the Flame Charge first up, just to try and boost our attack to try and get through these battles as fast as possible. We let this first charge move come through, knowing that even if it was an Earthquake, it was not going to take us out. We saw how much damage that did in the last battle, and now we need to get enough energy that we can throw a Flame Charge to take out Diggersby, and then get to a Brave Bird to take out the Talonflame in the back. So at this point I was kind of going, okay, I'm not going to be able to get enough energy just off the bat to do it boom boom in one go. So I'm going to have to throw the Flame Charge here, take out Diggersby, and then hope that we can get the energy ready to go to get this Brave Bird off, and we just are able to. That Incinerate that he just got off would have got him up to the Flame Charge, and that would have taken us out. So that is GG's there. But yeah, GG's, and going into the next set of battles up against DrTrotter, fellow Aussie content creator, and I'll definitely link to his Twitch channel in the description below. Please go give him a follow at the end of this video. I'll remind you at the end, because yeah, he definitely deserves a lot more love. Now, we've got the Primate Mirror match here, and we get the CMP tie. So at this point, I was pretty confident. I was like, oh yeah, this is sick. We throw the first Night Slash, it goes through. So we're like, okay, we'll let this Night Slash come through in return, and then we should be able to counter down and get our Night Slash off first. But it's a cross chop, which is so devastating, because it means that we've just absolutely thrown that matchup away. So costly to us. So we decided to bring in Talonflame, hoping that we could Incinerate down before another charge move came through, but no such luck, and we end up burning a shield there so that Night Slash didn't come through. Incinerate down, and then we'll see what does come in the back. It is a Probopass. This is so devastating for Talonflame here, because we have the fire and flying typing, so we are 4 times weak to rock here. This is not where we want to be. Throw the Flame Charge, and we have Galvantula in the back. Could this lineup be any worse now that Primate is gone up against that Probopass? I don't think so. This is really bad here. Couldn't even get the charge move off before Probopass takes us out with the rock throw. And yeah, Talonflame is just going to go bye-bye in like 3 rock throws, and is it GG's on game 1. So yeah, Probopass wasn't very cool, but we're going in again, try again, and Mandibuzz up against Mantine this time. Gonna just be going straight Dark Pulse here, trying to get as many Dark Pulses through. Was I saying Foul Play earlier in the video? I meant Dark Pulse. I've got Dark Pulse in this Mandibuzz. I'm trying to get these Dark Pulse off before a Bubble Beam does come through on that Mantine, which we do get the first one off. And then we kind of think that there might be an Ice Beam coming through now, because he has farmed up a lot of energy, but we decided to let it come through. It is the Ice Beam, and that doesn't matter us too much, because we're going to be able to get another Dark Pulse off, not debuffed. So kind of looking alright for us on Mandibuzz's end. Going for this now. Does it go through? Mantine getting pretty low here, and we're kind of wondering, is it worth not shielding this Mandibuzz and leaving our shields for later on? And I decide, yeah, we'll let it go through, and it is that Ice Beam again. Decide to bring in Lapras, farm up some energy on this Mantine, and if that Probopass does happen to come through, we will be able to get some Surf damage off straight away, which is pretty alright. Probably going to be a Bubble Beam debuff here coming through now, which is a little unfortunate, but hey, it is what it is. And in comes the Primate, so we decided to swap into Talonflame there, and here comes that Probopass. So Lapras in the back is going to have a little bit of a rough time, because it's up against 2 Pokemon that's going to be weak to, Primate and Probopass. This is not going to go very well, and I think we just might have to take the L here and play a little bit more Probopass safe going into the next battle. So yeah, this isn't going well. Shielded the charge move from Probopass. Going to get the Surf off to try and take out as much health as possible from the Probo, and you'll see how much damage it does here. It isn't a lot. Yeah, oh, actually there's more than I thought it was, but yeah, we're not going to be able to take it out with 2 shields still on Trotter's side. But if you haven't seen the Ghost Stadium deep dive I did the other day, I'll link to that up there and at the end of the video, because I definitely recommend that you kind of check that out to see why Rock is such a powerful typing in this meta, and why you definitely need at least one sort of thing that is throwing rock damage on your team, because man, it is a powerful thing in this cup. And going into the last battle here, we finally land the Primate up against the Probopass. Instant swap out from Trotter's end into Primate of his own, so we decided to swap into Talonflame here. We've seen his entire Primate moveset now, and nothing's too scary for Talonflame, but we decided to burn the shield here just to kind of keep Talonflame around a little bit longer anyway. Maybe burn some charge moves onto the next Pokemon. Go for the Flame Charge, but unfortunately it just didn't go through, and his charge move is coming through first. We decided to burn another shield. I don't know if we really needed to do that. I probably wouldn't have. Throw another Inset, 2 Incinerates. Oh man, we were getting way too greedy there. We were thinking that maybe we could farm down and then get the Flame Charge off, but this wasn't going to happen. But yeah, as you can see, Night Slash wasn't going to take us out anyway. Go for this Flame Charge now, and at least now Probopass is going to come in and not be able to farm up much energy on Talonflame, so maybe it worked out for the best. We get the 1 Flame Charge off to boost us up, and then throw this Flame Charge onto the Probopass. Does do an okay amount of damage, not heaps. The big damage is going to come in here with Primate coming in to get rid of the Probopass. Swaps into Mantine though, and we have Galvantula waiting in the back. We just brought the perfect hard counter line here. Galvantula going to wreck away this Mantine, and then Probopass gonna get taken away from Primate in the back. And that Ice Beam taking so low just means that Probopass has even less energy to farm. Plus we get this lunge off before going down to reduce the attack that Probopass is gonna do to the Primate. We couldn't get a second one off, but it really doesn't matter here. Primate's going to come in here, clean it up, and that is going to be GG's, finally getting our revenge up against Dr. Trotter there. But yeah, thanks for watching. We definitely didn't use Talonflame to the best of its ability. I think it's a bit of a Pokemon that you really need to learn how to use properly, so that you land your kind of Incinerates at the right time, get your charge moves off when you need to. Thanks to both Bukk and DrTrotter for the battles. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, especially that subscribe one. Thank you to my patrons and supporters over on Twitch. And yeah, do subscribe if you haven't already. You can click the big thing on the left hand side, you can click the little circle on the bottom right, or you can just scroll down, hit the subscribe button down there. And yeah, there's that Ghost Stadium video talking through the Vortex Cup meta. Whole lot of questions answered in that, but yeah, I will see you in the next video.